Welcome back, audience. Nice, good old wave there. Right. Um. Right, for this next section, it's annoying. Right, there's some rats down here, and the rats are I hate rats in this. They're just annoying. There's no other way to describe the rats in this. So what we want to do is equip. I don't have enough dexterity for the wing spear. If you follow my advice, you have it too. And you probably don't have enough dexterity. So what we're going to do is we'll equip the stock. We have the dexterity for that. If you follow my advice, you'll have it. The reason is so we can block and jab, as you can see. That's because rats will poison you, right? And rats' poisons are annoying as hell. As you can see, hit me. So what you want to do is block and poke. So, yeah, see, right. They can poison you through a guard, through a block, so yeah, just do that, just guard and poke. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good tactic for them. Right, we are on a ledge here, so watch your step. Misstep and you fall and die. And there is a spear guy, which is a problem. So what you want to do is step out and try and lure him to you. I'm gonna switch to my Astora straight sword. For getting this guy. Ow! Right. I didn't realise that he would do that. But he poked me through the wall. Right? He got me through the wall. I didn't expect that in the slightest. So, yeah, watch out for that yourself. Yeah, you don't want to be caught by that if you're low health or anything by the time. That's the thing. I would always recommend, you know, if you're thinking, I'll stay at low health and try and not use a potion. It's maybe always better just to use your potions just to keep it full health. Right, so, I know I'm like where I am, so I'm not going to do it. You might be wondering, what's that all about, Robert? And I'll show you in a second. Right, if you stop moving and hold the dodge or sprint button on a ladder, you do slide down it. Right, as you can see, you might remember this place. It's Undeadburg. Remember? Right, we're back here. Right, so just again another shortcut. Always good to have. So right now, we're gonna go up. Right. So now what we do is, right, this is also part of what I'm showing you, right? I'll show you this. As you've seen, there's a big beastie dragon on this bridge. He's scary. Right. This can also be used as a grinding spot. I've done it myself. As you can see, all I did was you run out, you run back in, you get 555 souls. You can repeat that, just go down the bonfire, climb back up. Yeah. It used to be less souls, but again they've improved the souls. It's always good. Right, now, we're just clearing these guys because we are going to be doing something here. Right. I hate spear guys. I hate them so much. The problem is he's near an edge and I don't want to be, you know, risking things. Right, now, what we're doing here, this is why we use the arrows. I forget how to actually change arrow types. How did I change my arrow types? Right, it's R2, it's R2, it's R2. If you're using a controller, if it's power attack, it's your power attack button. Right. See this big dragon's tail? Fire at it. He drops down the middle, and he'll move there. I did miss my chance. He'll jump back, time it, you leave it for a second, fire at his tail. Oh, I missed. There, I got it, right. Then you turn around, look out in the open air. I missed again, right. So you want to look over at this, from what I can see there, this tree. Right. I'm not very good with the bow. This is the only time I ever use it. Yeah. So look at that tree. And fire. Right. So yeah, you just do this, right? Trust me. Just repeat this. Right, it may seem boring, but this section is beneficial to everybody. If you're following my advice on everything, but you don't want to choose a faith character, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not. Well, you just might not want that player style. You might just want to go for strength. It's a personal choice. I think faith is a good class to be. But no matter what you are, whether you're going strength, dexterity, faith, intelligence, this is good. Right. Now this is why we want the other arrows, because we don't have enough normally. There we go. Right. Drake sword. Right, now we come out of that. I'm going to remove the bow now. I will never use it again. It turns out, basically, if you have the feather arrows, and not, considering I miss with so many feather arrows, you could actually do it with the feather arrows you start off with. But I'm not a very good shot with a bow, because I don't use them enough. And if this is your first time, you won't be very good with them either. Right, now, right, equip, this is pretty good, right? It doesn't scale at all with anything. This is a good weapon though. Doesn't scale with anything. You can improve it. But as you can see, our Astora Straight Sword is 186 damage. This is 200. It's a little bit heavier, but it is the same attack style. The only difference is that it's power attack. Its power attack one-handed isn't a poke. It's this is the short sword. This has the short sword's play style. And just so you know, I'm not panning my camera around. I don't know why it's panning around. But yeah, this has the same attack style as the short sword. So otherwise, for the normal attacks, it's about the same. Right. The only difference is if you two-hand and power attack with this weapon, it will do a special attack, which is this. You might be like, whoa, that's awesome, and it does do loads of damage. It is cool, but it does severely reduce the durability of your weapon. Like, severely. So, if you look at that, until I've done with the bonfire, if you look, its durability is now 330 out of 360. That took 30 durability. Considering our Astora Straight Sword out of 160 is 110. That means we've used 50, but considering how much I've used it for, that's a lot. Right, so I'm going to find out why my camera's panning, because I don't know. I found out. Right. I'll be right back. Right, I said be right back, but to you that wasn't really in, I didn't really go. Right, what's actually happened is, I just realised my 6-axis controller that I'm using with my laptop, I just realised, I hadn't even realised it, actually the motion control on my PS3 controller moves the camera. And I'd been sat like on my elbow, so the controller was slanted, so it was turning the camera. So like there, the camera's moving. That's me moving my controller. All this time I was blaming my poor little mouse about the camera movements, and it was just me moving my controller. That's not the best thing for it to be. I now have to try and keep my controller a lot more steady. Right, see how annoying this is, because where he is, normally I'd be a bit more relentless, but... Right, again, same with the rats. Equip the stock again. Right, this way is easier because you won't get all three at once. You can pull them one at a time. So, you'd stay here, wait for this one to come at you, and you just block and attack at the same time. Okay, right. Now you carry on a little bit in. That one notices you. Block and attack. Easiest way to do this. Yeah, it's a, if you're having trouble with something, maybe just switch to like this. Maybe just switch to a different weapon. Maybe that's what you're having trouble with. Maybe it's just hard with that type of weapon. Right. I'm gonna use the Drake Sword because it does do more damage than the Eustora, and that's all really. The only reason. Right now, what we want to do is you want to kill this guy here. Right. We're going to be doing something else here. Right. As you can see, the boar does not respawn. That's the main reason for killing him here. Now, walk up these steps. Trust me. Walk up them. Do not run up these steps. Walk. There's another Black Knight at the top, and he has a greatsword. I find the Black Knight, the greatsword ones, are the hardest ones to fight. I have more trouble with them than the other types of Black Knight. If you walk, he won't notice you. If you run, he notices you while you're still coming up the tower, and he's attacking you as you're coming up. So what you do is you walk as slow as you can, try and get a backstab. I missed it. The problem with the Great Knight is the Greatsword Black Knight, that move. Right, I deliberately, you may think I'm bullshitting, but I deliberately let him hit me with that to show that move. That move will destroy you. I blocked it to show you, but there is no point blocking that move. As you've seen, you can't come down this ladder, so this is your safe place. So, right. So, you don't block that move. As you've seen, as it showed you, it just goes through your guard, hits you anyway. It doesn't do anything. All it ends up doing is destroying your stamina and ending up hurting you anyway. So, what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna go back to right. So what you do is, if you do that, you just go down to the bottom of the ladder. Just take a potion, get full health. As you can see, almost full health again. And again, you walk up the steps. Right. Like I say, so you can just run down, just sprint down in that situation. But yeah, don't try and block that move. That's a problem with a lot of his attacks. Is a lot of attacks will just crush your guard, and the problem is one of the problems is with him that he has really bad tracking. For us, he actually has really good tracking, but that's the problem. His tracking is silly. Like he moves unlike you could, and he does that move a lot. That move he will. So yeah, try and just dodge around him. I got hit again, but there's no bother. It didn't kill you, right? If you look, his greatsword, if you're going for a strength-based character, is awesome. It's 220, it can scale, it does scale massively with strength, as you can see. Parameter stat underneath all the attack bonuses is a B multiplier for strength. But it does need 32, so I'm not going to use it. I don't build strength to 32. I do eventually, but that's like when I'm like 150 or something. I start, you know what I mean? I think the highest level I've got a character to is like 180. That's pretty high. Gain, take a potion. Right. We kill that guy just to kill him. He doesn't respawn. You kill him, you get a Titanite chunk, you get his sword. So yeah. Right, just gonna do a quick run through. Right. Now, as you can see, I have used potions. I'm down to 7. You can upgrade a bonfire. Right. Here, not wanting to get, I don't mean to get sidetracked, but here, when you're coming up from the steps, let him come at you to the bottom of the steps. And try and take him out before the archers get you. I did miss with an attack, so it took me too long. Right. I hate these archers. Right. You should block. I didn't because I'm an idiot. I get a bit gung-ho sometimes. Right. Right, so that's all for this video. Showed you a few little things, showed you how to get the Drake sword. It's a good sword for early on. It'll last you a while actually. So yeah, so that's all for now, audience. Like and comment if you don't mind. I'll see you next episode.